Well, Cleveland fans are no strangers to coming back from a 3-1 deficit. Their Cavaliers did so in the NBA Finals back in June, but people in Northeast Ohio hope that the Cubs don't do the same to their beloved Indians. Chicago forced a decisive Game 7 after their bats exploded in Game 6 last night. The Cubs got off to a quick start in the first inning thanks to a solo home run from their third baseman, Chris Bryant. Two batters later, it looked like the Tribe would escape the frame down 1-0 until this Addison Russell blooper turned into a 2-run double. That miscue plated 2 runs, allowing Chicago to jump out to a 3-0 lead after a half inning. Top of the fourth, Addison Russell was back at the plate, but not for long, sending that laser over the center field wall, the first grand slam by a shortstop in World Series history. Then Jake Arrieta pumped the fastball by for his strikeout, 9 5 2/3 innings, and then Aroldis Chapman induces the ground ball. Appears that Francisco Lindor beat him to the bag, but the call was overturned on the replay. And Anthony Rizzo sends one to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with that home run, putting the Cubs up 9-2, and they held on to win by a final of 9-3. So Addison Russell drove in 6 runs, which tied a single-game record for RBIs in a World Series with Albert Pujols, Hideki Matsui, and Bobby Richardson. So it all comes down to tonight, Game 7 of the World Series from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Two teams that haven't won since at least the 1940s. Corey Kluber takes the mound on short rest for the Indians, while Kyle Hendricks looks to snap the Cubs' 108-year-old title drought. And for one side, the suffering will finally be over. You never know who you will see walking around Syracuse University's S.I. Newhouse School of Public Communications. Today I walked into the newsroom and guess who I saw? Mike Tirico of NBC Sports. Mike talked some baseball with us and picked the Cubs to win tonight, although he admitted that he isn't a baseball expert. However, you could argue that Tirico is one of the biggest experts when it comes to Syracuse basketball. The Newhouse alum shared his outlook on this year's team.
Is there, in terms of raw material, the talent of the players, their pedigree, what they've done, their fit with the system, you would think everything's in place for a really good season to be with the other elite teams in the ACC as a 20-win team. And as we've seen in March, make shots, get hot. Who has any idea anymore?
Speaking of Syracuse basketball, they opened their exhibition schedule against Indiana University of Pennsylvania last night. Down 20-5 with 14 minutes to go in the first half, SU kicked it into high gear. Syracuse traded a sluggish start for some running gun offense. The Orange went on a 12-0 run, being led by one veteran and one newcomer. Tyler Lydon recorded a double-double with 12 points and 10 rebounds, while freshman guard Tyus Battle was the leading scorer in his debut with the Orange with 16 of his own. SU shot 55% from the field and 35% from downtown. The transition game was working for SU, but head coach Jim Boeheim said that his team is trying to improve in another area before the regular season begins.
I thought we did a good job in terms of getting a couple press opportunities in the first half. We got to work on our press. I think that was good for us.
Staying on the hill, Syracuse football travels to Clemson following a bye week. The Orange has won 2 straight games, putting them a win or 2 away from bowl eligibility. And Clemson is ranked 3rd in the nation, and they have one of the best home field advantages in college sports. Now, SU head coach Dino Babers says that they do have one of the best teams in the country, and a win will be hard to come by, but he said, quote, hopefully we can survive this thing and continue on, end quote. In order to have a shot at the win, Syracuse needs Eric Dungey to build upon last week's incredible performance. He threw for 434 yards against Boston College, the 2nd most all-time in a game in Syracuse history. So, Chris, it's going to be tough for the Orange to beat the Tigers this week, but Eric Dungey will need another performance for the ages.
Now, starting center Jason Emmerich for SU out for the season. Do you think that's going to be a big knock against Eric Dungey going in, facing the number 3 team in the AP poll, number 2 team in the college football playoff poll, Clemson? I
mean, it's definitely not going to help him. Listen, if you're a quarterback, one of the most important relationships is with your center. That's the guy you're taking the snap from. That's the guy who's really anchoring the offensive line. And if the starter's not in there for Dungey in Syracuse, I think the offense could have a little bit tougher of a time, especially in terms of protecting the pass rush.
All right, thanks, Logan. So coming up on NCC News, tonight is the biggest night of the year for country music. Find out what's happening next.